Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Kasey Chambers is the darling of Australian country music. She's an ARIA Hall of Famer, a multi-platinum singer-songwriter, and now listen to what she's adding to her repertoire. She's got her 13th album called Backbone. She's got a book aptly titled Don't Be a Dickhead, something I often say to Jonesy. And she's heading out on tour in 2025. Kasey, hi.
Here she is.
Can we start with the book?
Nice introduction.
Let's
Thank
start
you.
with this book.
Wow.
Don't be a dickhead. How great. Where'd the phrase come? Why this?
My dad, I think it's the best advice my dad has ever given me and other people. It's kind of the only advice he ever says to people, I think.
But if you are a dickhead, do you know you're a dickhead?
Well, I think that's probably the debatable part, isn't it? That everybody's definition of being a dickhead is a little different. I've actually got my definition of being a dickhead in the back of the book. So there's all these chapters about all these lessons that I've learnt in my life from experiences. Some are really heartfelt, some are really embarrassing, some are really deep, some are really funny. And then right at the end, I've sort of listed the things that I think are my definition of being a dickhead.
What's on the list?
Yeah.
Well, there's things like, abandoning yourself to please other people.
Oh, yeah.
There's lots of things like, not being able to say no to people, and that's one of my big ones. I've had to, I still feel funny when I have to say no to something. I get this little feeling in the pit of my stomach.
And we turn ourselves in knots to please
Yeah.
others.
Don't we?
And we're exhausted. I like how you said saying no doesn't make you a dickhead.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. And I'm still learning that one. Well, I'm still learning all of them. This book started out, it wasn't really meant to be a book. It was just this list of things that I was writing for myself to live by, to remind myself to, be able to say no, be able to get vulnerable when you need to, to set your own boundaries, things like that. And it just eventually turned into a book.
And you're getting better at saying no?
I am, but I still have that feeling. And my partner and I were listening to this podcast the other day. It was with Dr. Joe Dispenza, who's one of our favourite to listen to. And one of the things he said, which I bring this into when I say no now, don't forget, if you say yes to somebody in front of you, it means you're saying no to something else. Oh. It will always mean you're saying no to something else. Where I put it into practice the other day, I had someone ask me to do something on this day off that I had, and I'd put aside a day off to spend with my kids because I was going off to do a promo tour and I wasn't going to see them for a little bit, and I thought, okay, I'll spend some time with the kids. Somebody else asked me to do something on that day, and I went, oh, yeah, I should do that. Right. And then I went, hang on, that's saying no to my kids. I might say yes to this person in front of me, but it's saying no to my kids.
Right.
Now, in the end, they didn't want to hang out with me anyway.
That's
So,
funny.
they're teenagers now, so the last thing they want to do is hang out with their mum.
A day off. But was it a really cool thing? My thing is I'm very optimistic, so if someone says something, I go, well, that's going to be cool.
But you have FOMO.
I can't say no to that.
I love saying no to things.
You know what? I don't care about that because I'm like, I don't care about missing out on anything.
Neither do I.
It just never has bothered me.
So tell us about the new album, which is out tomorrow.
Yes.
What's going on here?
Well, it's connected to the book. So as these little notes and these little lessons were turning into a book, I started realizing that they were these little stories were matching up with a lot of the songs that I'd been writing for my new album. And then it started sparking more songs. And then the songs that I was writing for the album started sparking stories in the book, and it was really connected. And so when you buy the book, as you get to the end of a few of the little chapters throughout, there's a little QR code and it can take you to the song that is related to that story that you've just read. So it's sort of like a little soundtrack to the book that you get to have the journey in a creative way like I made it.
It's like when you're a kid and you had the little record and you had the book.
It is, and it's like the little choose your own adventure. Because if you don't want to listen to my annoying voice sing to you, you can just skip over that and go to the next thing.
I can't imagine anyone.
No, there's plenty of them.
And you're heading out on tour? Gosh, you're doing it all.
Yeah.
It's going to be your year.
The tour, I feel like the tour is kind of like the icing on the cake for me because as much as I love the creative process and I've really loved writing this book was really different. So I pushed, outside of my boundaries a little bit for me, like outside of my comfort zone. And that was really fun. making the album was amazing for me because I got to produce it myself, and it's really nice that people buy the album, but then when they listen to it in their car, I don't get to have that experience sort of with them, So singing, unless they want to, like if anyone out there wants me to just come and hang out in their car while they listen to, I'll just go for a drive around.
We should auction you
off.
off.
Auction me off.
What if they wanted to change stations or artists during that?
No, that's not an option.
That's
might
not
end
an
up in the CD stacker in the boot.
A blaupunkt in the boot. Well, Kasey, this is great. The album is Backbone. It's out tomorrow. Her book, Just Don't Be a Dickhead, is available right now. You should write a song about that as well, maybe.
I don't know what rhymes with dickhead. I'm working on it.
Work on that.
I will.
There could be a collab with Amanda here.
Yeah, that's right. I'm flicking through the word dickhead to see if Jonesy's picture comes up. I don't mean that. I don't mean that.
Is uncalled for in front of Kasey. Get your tour tickets. Head to KaseyChambers.com. Kasey Chambers, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the support.
Good on you.